Season 2, episode number 26, the book intro. This episode of the Keep It 100 Girl podcast is brought to you by Target, otherwise known as Target. With the 4th of July holiday just around the corner, Target has everything you need to make your party great. This includes a great deal on women's shorts, starting at $9, y'all. Be sure not to miss that one. Also, Target is featuring Opal House and stylist-approved beauty guides for all kinds of looks, so check it out. Also, Target's also featuring Opal House and a stylist-approved beauty guides for all kind of looks for us girlies. Click on the Apple podcast icon on your iPhone or on Stitcher. Just look for that podcast icon. I don't know what color it is, so I can't help you there. But in the show notes, I have the Target shopping link, or you can just head on over to keepit100girl.com/podcast. And for easy access, just look for episode number 26 for the Target shopping link. All right, chicas, this is my jam. My goal in 2018 is to have this published. But you know I love doing this show. And for the past 2 years, is it 2? 16, 17? I guess we're going on 2.5. I have, and I continue to keep it real, discovering 50 shades of cray-cray in everyone's life, including mine. And topics of, what people are thinking all the time, but not necessarily saying out loud. If this is your first time listening, my name is Nina Babel, and I am the host of the Keep It 100 Girl Show. Just a little side note, Keep It 100 means just keeping the conversation real and true with no filters, no judgment, no boundaries. And I want to be that positive influence in your life. I hope you learn how to do it with confidence. In this book, it's primarily directed to the uninformed girl. And in some cases, you guys might want to listen. Sometimes it's messy, and you'll need a hearse from dying laughing. You might get hooked on it like drugs. And you know what? You're going to be educated and informed in the end. So tell your sister in California, your cousin in Jamaica, your friend in London, and your squad in Maconda. Tell everybody, because this is going to be the jam. The 2018 jam you've got to read.
Nina is the host of the Keep It 100 Girl Show. Keep It 100 means keeping the conversation real and true with no filters. She wants to be that positive influence in your life. Nina helps people who want to learn how to do it with confidence. Her episodes are directed to the uninformed girl and guy.
The premise of the book, again, is directed towards the uninformed girl. And for those of you listening, this is the young girl who matured into a woman who lacked the preparedness, was given those scare tactics to scare you straight. Maybe in some cases they were half-truths, like had a sprinkle of truth to it, but more so a scare tactic attached to it. And then there's a lot of you who are just given wrong to no advice from your mother about the ups and the downs of womanhood. And as I was writing this book and even this podcast, you know what? This number is really higher than you think. And I'm referring to those awkward growing up moments in your teens, your 20s, your 30s without a blueprint, meaning you didn't know where to start, you didn't know where to begin, and it's just a continual cycle of that at various degrees. So my goal here is to help break the cycle as much as I can and serve as an inspiration, or if you want to think of it, guidance for young women in similar situations who are making that transition from puberty, like that awkward tween is it, stage, to a woman, a mature woman, which is a constant evolution. So we're going to celebrate embarrassment with that. I'm keeping that theme strong. I'm holding on to it by sharing those 50 shades of crazy. The conversations, just letting you know, are over the top. They're unfiltered, just like my podcast. And I'm going to reveal what women are thinking about they're going to be saying out loud stuff about love, sex, dating, relationships, sexual health, body consciousness, positiveness. Just the tip of the iceberg. It's not only a snippet of my own embarrassing experience and truths that really made me into the woman I am today. And I'm talking, again, body, feminine health, sex. I go into magician tricks. All those single dumb moments while you're dating, or even single, or even in a relationship, to future self-advice, epic mother-daughter failures from not having the sex talk or the period talk, pregnancy scares. And you know what? You're going to get a whole dose of self-love, mindfulness throughout the book. These truths may or may not be on your priority list. And this is what I mean by that. Every woman has different priorities in their life. So you might read a point of the book where you can totally relate. It's relatable. You've been there. You've done that. And in other cases, it might be new. You might be learning something for the first time. You also might just reflect, because out of embarrassment, you're like, yeah, this is how I got through it. So I say that to say this book will be appreciated by all, no matter what age you are, whether it's a friendly reminder, a reflective moment. And I want this book to be used as a vehicle to have the dialogue with your daughter, for that single father who has daughters who doesn't know how to have the conversation, start the conversation, for girlfriends to giggle, laugh, and share. And lastly, for that uninformed girl who's in need. Now, the book is not about beating ourselves up either. I purposely planted my own seeds so that you can understand fully the uncharted paths that are ahead of you as a woman. I mean, this is just the DNA, the blueprint that we all share. And there's no escaping that, because there's many trucks that you're not going to see coming. And I want you to be prepared. So I've put together a whole heap of scary, good mistakes. So in order for me to also pay this forward, I'm going to help each woman reading this book boss up. And I'm talking like boss up your life so you can maximize all those aha moments you're going to uncover. And there's no shame in our game. There's no shame in my game. On the real, and I mean no lie, you will learn real life experiences of women from all ages and stages of their lives that were shy. They were nervy, they were embarrassed, or even fearful. This is a completely normal phenomenon, and you're going to learn quick how to get over it. Are you ready to keep it 100?
Ready to keep it 100, girl.
Oh, Nina, I keep it 100, baby.
Yes, I'm ready to keep it 100.
I'm ready to keep it 100, girl.
You know I'm going to keep it 100.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
You crazy mother.
right. So I think now I'm ready to get into the deets of what your mother didn't tell you, but your girlfriends did. And that is the book title, at least I think for now, unless that changes after editing. All right. So I consider this the girlfriend know-it-all guide to womanhood. You know, I talk to you like I talk to my own girlfriends. Sound familiar? Like it's a good conversation. I mean, that's just how we relate to each other as women, having those good convos. We all look for guidance and inspo from each other. It's a full holy grail rundown of love, sex, dating, and health commandments every woman should abide by. And for some of you, you're going to feel embarrassed. You're going to feel exposed. But you know what? We're going to have fun. And some of you might even run. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But with my sassy but classy TMI approach to all my own experiences, you're going to get some real mother-friggin' advice. And also, it's all about expressing our personal bloopers when it comes to sensitive, girly situations. Besides, this generation, X and beyond to Y, what are we in, Z now? I don't even know. It has a lot of negative influences. And I'm going to add a lot of humor to the basics that most of us already know, but we're really not doing a good job of following. So, number one, we could all totally relate to being an uninformed girl or woman in some form or fashion at one point in our lives. I don't think it was on purpose either, but oftentimes our mothers, they just didn't know how to tackle these topics. So anyhow, this book, let me tell you, celebrates the saving face moments, right? The saving face embarrassments, the naivety that we all go through, and how we used our girl power to channel our energy through it. So look, by opening up these lines of communication, these topics are no longer taboo. So, right, and I'm going to use that comical, insightful way. I'm not coming to you with any medical yak to put you to sleep. This book is a must-have for a woman who's confused about the hardships of puberty, leading all the way up to menopause. The confusion around dating, being a virgin, feminine health, having sex for the first time, to your pregnancy scares that you were even scared of. If you're ready to hear the authentic emotion of women of all ages, then this book is calling your name about empowering yourself. If you don't know or are familiar with your biological clock, well, you need to. Because there's going to be also times you need to make sexual health decisions. And you know what? It's okay. It is totally okay that you're a hormonal psycho. Because we all have our bouts of that. And I want to help you boost that self-confidence in life. Because I don't want you and I don't want her to be left feeling embarrassed anymore. So if that's you, you're in the right place. Get away without going away. Who says you've got to get out of town, people, to have a great getaway? Definitely not me. So these spots, whether they're great pools, rooftops, cool hotels, are prime for a little in the city summer escape. So look, this is what I've been telling you guys all along. This Hotel Tonight app is the dealio for that. You can get so many cool local deals. And this is what I do. I wait until the same day because that's when I get the rock bottom 24-hour or less than 24-hour deals. And that's my inside scoop on getting the coolest local feels, especially now that July 4th and the rest of the summer is upon us. So use my promo code to get that Instagrammable shot on your first booking. This is what it is. Get a pen or pull out your phone. N as in no, I as in India, B as in boy, A as in alpha, B as in boy, E as in elephant, and L as in love. That's the promo code that you're going to use when you download the app from your mobile. All right, next, I'm going to give you a sample of those conversations that most likely you've already had with your girlfriends on a daily. We, myself included, are about to get totally embarrassing and super cray-cray. When you hear what these women have to say, you're going to fall out. And I want to share the absolute worst advice not only a mother can give when it comes to womanhood, sex, and feminine health. These are the realities of what women want other women to know. And you know what? These women want you to know what's normal. So the first one talks about feminine health, and her piece of advice is this: take a shower every day because you stink. Next, this mother told this daughter, if a guy doesn't go down on you, dump him. My mom told me to dump my ex when I told her he refused to go down on me. Next, she, in parens, mom, straight up lied to me. So this is a daughter saying that my mother straight up lied that yes, some people do shave their pubic hair and even wax it. So clearly her mother was telling her to keep her bush. All right, the next chick says, I have to go to the doctor. And she's like, I'm 15, 16 years old, asking the doctor, how am I supposed to wipe? I mean, you would think these are the basics, but no, there are some women out there who have had bacterial infections as a result of not knowing which direction to wipe. Next, this girlfriend says, slowly, I got snippets of information here and there, what tampons were, and sorta, kinda how they worked, but not really. So this one breaks the girl code, and she's telling other women and men, girls masturbate. If they say they don't, they're lying. So the next is a elementary school story, and she goes on to say, in the 6th grade, my friends had an intervention with me. So she had to be at least 11 years old at this time. And she said that they told me I needed to start wearing a bra. Humiliating, but I'm glad they told me because nobody goddamn did. Those were her exact words. I've been there. All right, next story is this girl or woman says, apparently we're supposed to let our vaginas air out. So that means no undies at night. Is this really a thing? Like, she's asking the question because she doesn't know. She says, I had no idea. And by the way, I'm 25. And then lastly, this girl says, my mom barely told me anything. In fact, only the very basics. And then, so once she hit puberty, she got me this book in the library to read about stuff, but she pretty much had to figure out a lot by herself through friends, but mostly online. But she claims, you know what? I still turned out all right. So I'll end it with this one. This woman says, I have a pretty good relationship with my mom, but it's really hard to tell her anything private because she gets this look on her face. Even if she doesn't get angry, I can tell she's upset, uncomfortable, which makes it really, really hard to carry on a conversation. Sound familiar? Ooh, okay, I got one more. And then you know what? I'm just going to save the rest for the book. So this one's a clincher and it's sex oriented. So This young lady said, I honestly thought oral sex was something only deviants did. So you could tell there's some conservative religious influence there. She said, it took me 3 sexual partners before I ever encountered one that actually went down on me. So sad. ... So I say this to say what your mother didn't tell you, but your girlfriends did, is a straight shooter approach on how girlfriends keep it real. I mean, keep it 100 with each other, right? In this next generation, Womanhood Guide, this is where we tell it like it is. And I mean, we go there in a non-judgmental way. Most of us have been there, and some of us need help when we get there. Whether you know it all or you don't know where to begin, this must-have book is your girlfriend street smart guide to breaking the cycle of making the same mistakes. So now, this is where the rubber meets the road. Let me become your bestie in the process. By the end of this book, this is the reaction I want. I want you to say, OMG. That is totally me. When you hear women reveal their own personal real-life stories. So look, follow me on social at Nina Babel as I get prepared to launch my book in 2018. This book will not only to teach you to love yourself, but my goal here is to remove the shame we all feel at some point in our lives. And that's a never-ending cycle. I'm going to encourage you to love life. Love it enough to fill it with all this actionable advice that you're going to get, where you don't have to worry about having another middle school type of embarrassing moment. If you don't know all you don't know, then you know what? Nina Girl is going to save you from hell. So look, let me tell you what they are, how to avoid them, how people messed up or didn't follow instructions. From here on, you're making an informed decision rather than using that tic-tac-toe approach. Over and out, peace out, peacing out.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Nina.
You crazy mother.
I keep it real, I keep it true. Nina keeps it 100. Smooches.